Camp Commanders, sponsored by AAA.
It is finally here, and we are all in for Camp Commanders. WUSA 9 is your official television station for the Washington Commanders. We are so excited to be out here with you today, giving you an exclusive inside look as the team gets ready for the season. And of course, we are live covering every single moment for you. Thank you so much for joining us on WUSA 9, streaming on WUSA 9 Plus. I'm Simone D'Alba. We are live from Commanders training camp in Ashburn, Virginia. And look, today was the first day of camp. And the big headline today, star receiver Terry McLaurin was a no-show. Of course, I mean, this has really been top headlines for us. Practice kicked off at 9 o'clock this morning. Wanted to show you the team here. And it kicked off without Scary Terry. He's holding out, hoping to get that contract extension. In fact, he was officially placed on the reserve, did not report list. And as we watch this contract negotiation really drag out, play out in real time, head coach Dan Quinn addressed the issue, saying, look, this is part of the business of the NFL. Take a listen.
It's part of, the business of the NFL. And, I don't judge it or get too worked up about it. I know Adam and his team they're working as hard as they can, with Terry. And so the best thing I can do, honestly, in this space is put all the attention and the focus to go doing what we love them. So I know they're working really hard to go do that.
Now, we did hear General Manager Adam Peters say yesterday, look, we're going to do everything we can to get a deal done. They have really emphasized that. Sports Director Chick Hernandez joining me now. We're having a good time at training camp, right? But as they say, the show must go on.
Sure.
And look, the team looked really strong out on the field today.
By the way, Simone,
Yes.
it feels like I've been here all day.
It's been a long day.
I have been. We have been. The entire crew behind the cameras have been here since 7 o'clock this morning. But surely, yes, it's amped up. Dan Quinn told us we're going to slowly start to get this thing, longer practices, all of that. And it's kind of weird not seeing 17 out there, but pretty cool to get football started again.
Well, especially we got, Von Miller, Debo Samuels.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got some big names that just entered the chat here. And it was cool to see quarterback Jaden Daniels stepping into some comfort, some confidence out on the field.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels, that'll be number 5 to you and me, looks to be a little bit more beefy. He got a little more, oomph to his giddy up, as they say. He looked good. I would say it's day one.
Yeah.
What do we know? But he was great last year, so he'll be great again this year, is my call here. So let's take a look at some of the early pictures as JD5 and company, Sam Hartman and company, come on down to the practice field. For the first time, day one of training camp, as I said, this was a shorter practice. In fact, it might be the shortest that we have because, as I said, Dan Quinn is going to ramp practice up each and every day. But as Simone mentioned, there's no Terry. But if you listen to the quarterback, not a whole lot of worry.
We know Terry's working. We don't really have to worry about him doing any of that. But, at the end of the day, he's still one of our brothers. If it was last year, it would probably be different because we didn't know each other. But now, since we have a whole year under our belt and just the relationship we built on and off the field, and, we don't really have egos when it comes to our relationship with each other. So it's going to be seamless. But I know Terry's working, though.
Don't do it. Listen, to a man, I think the players, and Terry McLaurin has been talking with his teammates constantly, and even some chats with Dan Quinn as well. They're all expecting him to be back.
Right.
And he's a guy, if there's one guy on the squad that can handle a holdout, as painful as it might be for Terry, it's that guy.
When it's going to get painful if it continues to drag out is when camp opens to fans. Because as we experienced last year, the fans show up with signs. People would just cheer when Terry would come out onto the field. And so we're going to have to see what that dynamic looks like. Hopefully they can shore something up in short order.
Well, here's the thing about Terry, and Terry told me last week at the Easter Motor Shoot when he kind of just let everything out. He was hurt, right? He wanted to see where his value was in the squad. And this right here, when he sees the pictures of the guys heading out to the field, and he's going to see it, and he's going to see it on social media as well, that's where it's going to hurt a little bit. He can miss practice, but missing his guys, missing the work, that's where the pain comes for Terry McLaurin. So I'm sure he's kind of on the little pins and needles wanting to get this thing done. Historically, Adam Peters, the GM, when he was in San Francisco, some of the deals they didn't happen until the first week in September.
Okay.
So,
Okay, so we'll see.
so there's some positivity there. Peter said yesterday, we have been talking, talks have resumed. So
It's
we'll see how it
more
all works out.
Of a win, hopefully, than an if this contract is going to
I
get
think
done.
so.
Is
I
the
think it's a
sense, the
win.
energy?
I think
Okay.
it's a win. But the business of football
Yeah.
it's a far different game. It's kind of odd. And back in the day, this organization was famous for keeping guys around for a long time. Oh, he's a burgundy and gold guy, way past their prime. Terry McLaurin, by the way, not anywhere near past his prime. Still runs a 4.3. Still one of the best catchers in traffic in the NFL. So I think ultimately this will get done.
Like you said, if anyone can hold out, it's him.
Yep.
And you know what? Look, we're going to be with you throughout the 4 p.m. hour, talking all things Commanders. Again, day one of training camp. We're so excited to be out here.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it's a good time, Larry. You know what? The weather cooperated a little bit, and the culture of the Commanders feels like it's back.
It's spectacular.
strong.
And we got air conditioning that works.
Yeah.
Which is really good for one of us.
Both of us.
Okay, both
Both of us. Back to you, Larry.
All right, guys. Well, have fun. We will check back with you shortly. Thank you. Well, as the official television station of the Burgundy and Gold, we're giving you greater access to the players and the coaches than any other TV station in town. Watch our Camp Commanders coverage every weeknight right here on Channel 9, beginning at 6 and then again at 11.